Now we need to program it so that the screen goes away when you hit the red button on the top left corner. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to open up our PyCharm, and inside of our while loop we are going to put in a for loop and say for event in pygame.event.get : and we're gonna say if event.type is equal to pygame.quit, then we are going to do a sys.exit, which is going to just exit the program immediately. And you'll see here that's underlined red, so what we need to do is go up to the top and import sys so that we have the files that allow the program to end the program, right? The interpreter to end the program. And so what are we doing here? Okay, before I start to explain what this for loop is doing, let me just say that I added this pygame.event.get earlier, maybe 3 or 4 videos back, because the display.flip would not show on the screen unless we had a call to get in the game loop. Okay, so now that we have this for loop, and this for loop is actually purposeful and useful to accomplishing something that we want to do in our game, we no longer need line 25. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and erase it, and I'm going to let this event take care of showing what's on the screen when we flip. And so now what I'm going to talk about is what is this for loop and how does it work, right? Well, we have this for loop. Event is the iterating variable. We could have called it anything we wanted, but I'm calling it event. And pygame event.get, what that does is it gets any inputs that have happened from the mouse or the keyboard every time this while loop runs. So this while loop is running very quickly because our computers are fast. So let's just say it runs at 60 times a second. And what it's doing here on every iteration of this while loop is it's running event.get, which means in 1/60th of a second, if there was a button pressed on the keyboard, then this event would be that button being pressed. And we could check for that. We could check, it was the W key pressed, or was the down key pressed. Okay, and in order to do that, we would say if event type is equal to key, and if that key is equal to the down key, then we could do something if that happens. Okay, now what this is checking for is the input of whether my mouse left button clicked on the red button on the top left corner of the screen. So if this is true when my mouse clicks on the red button of the screen, okay, so you could think about this just being, okay, I clicked on the red button on the screen, what is it going to do? It's going to exit the program. And so we can go ahead and test it now. We'll hit the play button, and here's my screen. Here's the red button, which before would not respond when you click on it, but now I can click on it and it goes away and ends our program. We're going to talk more about this for loop and how it works, and we're going to be adding quite a bit to it. So if you're confused, just sit tight and things should clarify soon.